guys, I'm Jenifer and welcome back to Glamorous Live. Today we have Dr. Bindu again here with us today who's going to give answers, some helpful answers, lots of DIYs like last time, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So, Doctor, welcome back.
Thank you. And for those of you who are new and who don't know me, I'm Dr. Bindu Stahlekar. I'm a consulting dermatologist, cosmetologist and a trichologist, and I'm here at the Glamrs studio to answer everything you wanted to know about skin and hair. Beyond what you already know, I'm here for y'all. So start shooting.
Thank you so much. So as she said, start sending us those questions, put them in the comments below and share this video with your friends so that they too can get their questions answered. Also, as you all know, we go live every Thursday on Facebook, YouTube and Instagram. Today we're sorry that we're not going live on YouTube, but we're going live on Facebook and Instagram. So put your questions in the comments below. Also, do let us know which other topic would you like us to discuss next, and we'll bring in an expert on the same. Also, just to let you guys know, I know we used to go live every Thursday at 12 o'clock, but now the timing has changed. So we go live every Thursday at 1 p.m. So keep watching us every Thursday. Also, would like to know that we have a personal, we have a private group called Glamorous Confidential, wherein the Glamorous team gives you an insights, exclusive video content and inside scoop on latest deals, discounts, product reviews, and a lot of other things like personal things, what we like, what we don't like, what suits us, what we use every day. So it's a lot of other things and it's really fun. So if you want to join the group, click on the request to join button and answer the question, because if you don't answer the question, we won't sign you up. We'll put the link to the group in the comments below. All right, Dr. Bindu, ready to answer?
Yes, definitely.
And help all those people.
Yes, definitely.
Let me tell you this. The last time you were live, we got around 1,400 questions.
Wow.
Yeah. So
wow.
our audience, let's break that. Let's go to get 1,500 and more questions.
No, this time 2,500.
There you go. More than 1,000 questions. So keep sending your questions and let's start.
Yes,
all right.
absolutely.
So this is from Naya Patel. She has dark circles. How can she get rid of them?
Naya, now dark circles, there are many causes of dark circles, and if you've got allergies, if you've got a hereditary problem, and if someone in your family already has dark circles, well, that could be the cause. So just rule it out. And of course, iron deficiency, B12 deficiency, so that we have to rule out the cause of the dark circles. And do not strain on your laptops. And you watch FB Live at this time. Don't watch FB Live at 2 in the night. So you get an adequate rest. That is the first priority. Get adequate sleep. And if you're on the laptop, do that formula of 20-20-20. After watching your laptop for 20 minutes, you look at a distance of 20 feet for 20 seconds. You are going to relax your eyes and your dark circles will become better. Use a sunscreen. Apply a lightening cream which contains arbutin, which contains kojic acid. And also, you can come into the clinic for treatments like we do chemical peels, we do lasers. And let's tell you one DIY. Since you are the first one, let me give you a little bonus. What you can do is take an almond, a fresh almond, crush it, put it in milk, leave it overnight. The next morning, apply it under your eyes, over your eyes, leave it on for about 30 minutes, and voila, you're going to be as good as new.
That is great. Yes, the first DIY. So keep telling us these DIYs. We love it. All right, moving on. The other question is from Akarshi Goel. Hi Dr. Bindu, my hair is very frizzy and dry. She has tried multiple treatments like keratin treatment, onion paste, curd paste, eggs, a lot of other things, but no use. So what should she do?
First of all, please don't try onion. No one will come near you. Okay, so please just discard it. Then you can now, if your hair is frizzy, you have to use a conditioner after every wash. If your hair is flyaway, frizzy, that means the ends are not being conditioned. Number one. Number two, internal cause has to be ruled out, like if you've got a thyroid problem, if you have protein deficiency. So this has to be ruled out. And of course, flyaway hair or frizzy hair, you need to definitely use special shampoos which are not meant for oily hair. So use a shampoo meant for dry hair and follow it up with a conditioner. Do that.
All right, there you go, Akashi. I hope Dr. Bindu has answered your question. Moving on, the other one is from Farzana Khatun. I get fungal infections quite often on the left of my face. Can you please suggest some ways I can avoid it, and what should be done if I get it? Also, what causes them? Fungal.
Farzana, fungal infection on the face. It's very common, fungal infection on the feet, in the groin, but on the face it's not very common unless you are meaning it what we call as pityriasis alba. You know, there are those white spots which children get, and those white spots come up in summer when they've been out in the sun. So you have not been very clear whether you're getting those white spots on the cheek or you're getting fungal infection, that is ringworm. You know, the typical patterned ringworm on the face, that is relatively rare. So I'm not sure what you have. Can you please expand a little bit more, then I'll be able to solve your problems.
So if you think she has that ringworm thing, then what would you suggest?
Okay, if you feel you have ringworm, it's a ring pattern, then definitely an antifungal cream you can apply. Antifungal creams which contain clotrimazole, which contain luliconazole, those creams can be applied. But I want to tell you all at this stage that a fungal infection, at least I can talk about in Bombay, since I'm practicing in Mumbai, sorry, there is an epidemic. I would like to tell you a little bit briefly about fungal infections. It is caused by a fungus, obviously. It loves heat and humidity. So anywhere in the body, wherever there are folds, and when you're sweating, when you're perspiring a lot, and when there is heat, so folds are the commonest, and in the feet, in between the toes, so that is also very common. And if you've got that fungal infection on the face, then as I said, treat yourself by applying the creams. But if it is at much more places, you definitely need to see a dermatologist. And oral antifungal tablets have to be given to cure it completely. Because just a cream will just treat it under the surface. And here I would like to give a word of caution. Do not, I repeat, do not apply steroid creams to that. Steroid creams will just facilitate the growth of that fungus. Steroid creams just say, yes, yes, fungus, come on, go on expanding. And that's how it increases. And that's how the epidemic is started. And a little later, I will tell you all how to prevent it next time.
Why can't you just tell us right now how to prevent it if one
Okay, how to prevent it? Now, I'd like to say that, see, whenever we go barefoot, especially in the swimming pools, or around the swimming pools when we are walking, please wear your flip-flops. Because somebody who's got a fungal infection, we call it athlete's foot. That's scaling or just dead skin coming out between the web spaces. The person who's got infected is just dropping the fungus all around the pool. You walk barefoot, you are going to get that fungus in your skin, between your toes, and we all have microscopic cuts on our skin at the feet. So the fungus enters inside, and it has anyway heat, humidity. If you are one of those executives, or if you are one of those working women wearing shoes all the time, so because of the heat, that fungus is going to spread. And of course, nowadays, as I had mentioned earlier, vitamin D deficiency is there. So if you have any deficiencies, the fungus just has a party and it starts growing in your feet. So whenever you go anywhere, please wear your flip-flops. When you go to the garden, please wear your footwear. And if you have it anywhere else, please make sure that you take treatment by your dermatologist. And one last thing, I don't want to bore you all too much, is that anyone who's got a fungal infection or ringworm, please soak your clothes in boiling water, because the fungus dies only at a temperature of above 60 degrees centigrade. And our washing machines in India do not have the facility of hot water. It's only abroad that they have. So in India, we have only water, that's it. So if anyone has a fungal infection, soak their clothes in boiling water. Above 60 degrees centigrade, the fungus gets killed. Secondly, very important, iron your clothes on the underside. Reverse your clothes and then on the seams you iron it, because it's the hot iron which will kill the fungus. Thank you. I hope that cures you.
Farzan, if you're still watching us and if you're not sure what kind of fungal infection you have, please do let us know in the comments below. All right, moving on. This is from Ankita Panchal. Hello, I have PCOD problem and I want to know if that is the reason for pigmentation and dullness on my face.
PCOD, yes, can cause multitude of problems. So last time I had probably taken it a little bit more in detail, but I'll tell you some other aspects. Quickly, I'll just tell you PCOD means a hormonal problem. That means you have cysts in the ovaries, and sometimes the trigger can be insulin resistance. So if you have PCOD, you have to be under your dermatologist's care, and also has to be concomitantly ruled out whether you have insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is a precursor to diabetes. So that has to be checked. And just to get a glowing skin, like, I'm sorry to say, if you say that I just want a glowing skin, but inside, if you do have any of these hormonal issues, no matter what you do, you apply gold, you apply diamond dust, you apply anything, your skin will glow just for 2 days. But internally, this has to be checked. And for PCOD, 1, 2 or 3 things I want to mention. Do not eat this. Last time I had said, but this time they've kept it more tempting. Donuts, that is sugar and maida. So no, especially if you don't have PCOD, sure, you can gorge on all 3. Jen doesn't have PCOD, so she can eat all 3. But no maida, no sugar. Milk products have to be reduced a little bit, and of course fried foods. So you go easy on all that. Have a proper, like a diet, lifestyle is you exercise, you can do Zumba, you can do anything, and of course keep calm. Continue to keep watching this because that is calming you.
And knowing all the answers.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So the other one is from Nandini VS. How often should we do hair spas, and how do I take care and nourish colored hair?
Okay, hair spas. Now, if there is a need, if you feel that your hair needs the TLC, that is tender loving care, if you feel that the hair has gone dry and and it's falling, it's breaking, then you need to do the hair spa more often, maybe once every 3 weeks. But you can also now, if you have colored your hair, you can definitely look after it by using special shampoos, because the shampoos will not contain any of those ETH, that is the laureth sulfate, and those are the ones which probably can further damage your hair. And of course, use the shampoos meant for color treated hair, and also make sure that when you go out in the sun, you wear a hat or you cover your hair, because colored hair does make it susceptible to sunlight. And if you swim, I know you would love to swim without a cap, but that will further dry up your hair. So please wear a cap in the pool. And one more thing is that when you do have colored hair, look after it, and of course it looks great. And don't think that if you color your hair, you feel guilty that causes hair fall. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You can go and color your hair.
Great. All right. So doctor, we're getting a lot of questions on hair today. So just give us like a ballpark answer of what should we do if we have a bad hair day.
If you have a bad hair day, yes. Everyone gets a bad hair day. Now, what's a bad hair day? Well, on a day when you haven't had time to wash your hair and you feel it's looking greasy, it's looking dull, it's looking sticky. So what do? In India, I don't know whether we get dry shampoos.
No, we do.
Okay, we do. So if we do get dry shampoo, you can use a dry shampoo. If not, quietly go to the washroom, take a little bit of baby powder. Take that a little bit and apply it onto your roots. What does it do? It just absorbs the excess sweat. sweat and the grease and the oil, because it's the oil which makes your hair stick and it makes it matted. So you can apply little baby powder, and another thing what you can do is you can just tie a top bun. That's it. Do that. And one last tip, you don't have time to do all that and you don't like to tie a top bun. I don't like to tie a top bun. You can blow dry your hair. None the wiser. It'll look great.
Great. Thank you so much for that. Alright, so this other question is from Radhika Sharma. I have thin hair, and what could be the reason for that? She's tried a lot of oils and nutritious diet, but has not got any result.
Now, thin or thick hair, you have to thank your parents. You know, I always say North Indians and South Indians, they have thick hair. Each hair is thick, but the East and the West, they have thinner hair. Well, that is racial, number one. Number two, what matters is the quality of the hair. The hair should be shiny, it should be radiant, it should be lusterful. Sorry to coin that word, but that comes only from what you eat. First of all, make sure that your diet is good. Eat your vegetables, your fresh fruits, and as I said, don't binge on sugars and foods with high glycemic index. So that should help you. And hair needs adequate proteins. I've mentioned this before. Adequate proteins for vegetarians is paneer, soya, bean sprouts, and your lentils. And for non-vegetarians, sky's the limit. You have chicken, you have fish, you have salmon, you have all that. You have nuts. For vegetarians, you have the nuts, you have the walnuts, you have almonds, and you have the seeds, the chia seeds, the sunflower seeds. Zinc, magnesium, iron, these are the three minerals which are very, very essential for hair. So make sure you have adequate. So coming back to, let me tell you, first of all, you have to thank your parents for whatever the hair they've given you. They've given you good and the bad. Number one, don't feel bad. Number two, make sure you're eating properly. You have to have your adequate proteins, you have to have your adequate zinc, magnesium, iron. I mentioned to you all the foods. You have to wash your hair twice or thrice a day. A week, twice or thrice a week. And you have to use the shampoo which is meant for your hair. If you have oily scalp, use a shampoo meant for oily hair. If you have a dry scalp, then you may use the particular shampoo. Yes, you want to do treatments, you want to color your hair, you want to perm your hair, you can do all that. Make sure that you go to a good parlor and get it done. And do not club all your treatments very soon. In the sense, today if you've colored your hair, tomorrow you cannot perm it, and day after tomorrow you cannot do cysteine treatment again because you've changed your mind. No, so you have to space out your treatments, use a proper shampoo, and you are what you eat. Don't forget to eat healthy.
Also, what you eat on the inside shows up on the outside.
Oh yes.
So, yes.
Next time when I don't come, Jen can be my locum.
I wouldn't mind, I'll answer, but then you'll have to help me when I'm saying it right or wrong. I don't think anyone will believe
By
me.
remote control.
Alright, so you just spoke about hair fall treatment. So what are these kinds of hair fall treatments that one can do?
Okay, now hair fall treatment, very broadly I'm going to tell you, because hair fall is another epidemic, absolute another epidemic. Let me tell you why. That is because stress, very, very hectic lifestyle. That is one. So we compromise on eating. I again go back to the donuts. Instead of having dal bhat rotli shaak, we sit and eat this. Of course, it's delicious, but so it's what we eat. We have to eat healthy. So the stress is taking a toll. And secondly, because of the stress, we do not learn to just calm ourselves down. We need 30 minutes for ourselves. I always tell people that from 10 to 6, whatever hormones you have released at workplace, the adrenal gland is the gland which helps you for stress. So it makes you very alive, and so that you can think, it makes you very creative. But unfortunately, adrenal gland secretes good hormones to give you that pep, and also not so good hormones. We have a cortisol, which will increase your blood pressure, your diabetes, and we have also the male hormones in a woman. So if that is excess, 10 to 6 you have secreted, your body has secreted a lot of hormones. You go home and maybe in the night, once you're relaxed, 30 minutes of any meditation or anything which calms you down. You can read a book, you can listen to music. That is medically proved that that reverses 8 hours of chaos and toxins which have been released in your body. So guys, do not forget 30 minutes of any relaxation. You can do anything. So that is whatever you're going to do yourself. And if you've got what we say is female pattern hair loss or male pattern hair loss, so for that you have to come to the clinic. And in the clinic, first of all, what we do is I will get your blood test done to find out if you have any thyroid cause of hair fall, if you have any deficiencies. So we go to the root cause of your hair fall. That will be judged, that will be gauged. And then there are a lot of safe treatments. I can tell you just 2, 3. We have low level lasers which increase the blood supply to your roots. So if your roots are strong, your hair is going to grow. That's the low level laser. Then we have a thing called derma roller where we create micro channels and we put in a lot of hair vitamins and a lot of hair supplements. So that will boost your roots. And then the third thing, we have PRP, that is platelet rich plasma. We take your blood, we separate the platelets. From the platelets in my clinic, we extract the growth factors. We put them in your scalp, we give nourishment to your roots so your hair start growing. And the latest nowadays is stem cell therapy. We take the roots from here, just 3 roots from here, we extract stem cells and we put it up on your scalp, and voila, you have great hair.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah, so you don't have to go to a surgeon, I'm sorry, but we can bring back your hair with this.
That is great. And is it pain-free?
I always say life is more painful than our treatments. So that answers your question.
There you go. Okay, all right. Okay, so audience, on that note, I would just like to say that we at Glamorous have launched a premium video platform called Glamorous Pro. So if you're a budding makeup artist or have dreams of becoming a model, this is the perfect platform for you, because Glamorous Pro gives you a detailed guide on modeling, makeup, hair, etiquette, and a lot of other things. So if you haven't already signed up, we have a 7-day free trial period going on. So do go ahead and subscribe. Also on that note, just to give you guys an idea, let's take a look on what's going up on Glamorous Pro.
I'm going to show you how you can use a mascara no matter what wand type you choose. Never overfill an eyebrow because that looks more severe than a makeup. Lashes really enhance an eye makeup, and getting it spot on is what you will achieve very soon. But here we're keeping everything quite natural, sticking to the real stuff.
Alright guys, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So all you have to do is subscribe and start learning. We'll put the link to the platform in the comments below. Alright, so moving on, let's take a few questions from Instagram. Alright.
So Archana1403 wants to know how she can treat Keratosis pilaris, and she's really upset with this because it makes her arms look really bad.
Well, this is Keratosis pilaris and the short form is KP. Okay, no, nowadays everybody knows KP thanks to Google. And KP it's on the arms, on the upper arms. So anyone who comes to me, I always tell them, God is being very kind to you. God says, do not give this girl pimples on the face, give her over here. Number 1. So this is light pimples on your upper arms. Number 1. Number 2, people who get this KP instantly I will tell you, you are prone to allergies. It is one of the signs that this person is prone to allergies. So people with allergic tendencies get KP, number 2. Number 3, it can be controlled, never cured. It can come back. But yes, you want to wear something sleeveless. You don't want those pokey things to be seen. You don't want your friend to say hi and then feel those pokes. Yes, so of course you can do treatments. But before I come to the treatments in my clinic, I'm going to tell you what you can do is you can use scrubs on your upper arms. You can use face washes or body washes you do get with salicylic acid. So you can use body washes with salicylic acid. You can use an oatmeal scrub. Take oatmeal and just scrub it, or go to an Indian kitchen, take your moong dal, coarse grind the moong dal and then just apply it over here. So it is just that those spikes which are coming out of the pilosebaceous unit, that means the hair and the oil gland openings, so that you're going to just exfoliate it. So that's very, very simple. So either a salicylic acid face, a body wash, or you can do the moong dal, coarse grind it and apply it on your upper arms. Or third thing is that you can also, in our clinic, we do treatments can be done, microdermabrasion, and of course we do have like superficial, we call it again a laser, but one of those non-ablative lasers can be done. Very safe and nothing to worry. And at home you can also apply at night retinol containing creams. There you have it. So when you have this, do all this, it will be gone. And if your allergies go up, this may show up, maybe especially in winter.
Okay. So KP is only on the arms?
The lucky ones can get it on the face also. But that's rare, it's mainly on the arms.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Another question?
The next question is from Shen Galva. She says, is glutathione skin lightening safe in the early 20s?
Glutathione is given, you get it in tablets, that is orally or even IV. Now orally, of course, glutathione, by the way, it is an antioxidant. So it is safe. But it has come into popularity is because I'm sure everyone has read it and everyone has seen it. Like if you take IV in mega doses, and out of India, there are many, many clinics which are doing it, but there is a flip side to it. Rarely you can get bad allergies and what we say anaphylactic shock. So please, please, you do not have to rush in for those IV glutathiones. Oral glutathione is fine and that is safe. It is an antioxidant. It had started, it was discovered because people who were undergoing chemotherapy for liver cancers, they were given glutathione as an antioxidant and then they found out that those people were getting fairer. But as I said, you have to remember that this is not fully safe, and FDA, that is the Indian FDA, has said that mega doses should not be used because with anaphylactic shock, you can lose a life. So it has to be done under medical supervision, and oral tablets are great. And I always say that your color, what you're born with, you have to be thankful. Any color what you're born with, you have to be thankful. There's nothing like white is good or black is good or brown is bad. No. You have to have the confidence. You have to wear your confidence, and that is it, whatever color you are.
Yes, completely agree with you. Yeah. All right, another question?
The next one is from Nimi. She wants to know, is it safe to use V-wash or clean and dry?
Is it safe to use V-wash or clean dry?
V-wash is used in the genital areas, yes, and clean and dry also if it is meant for vaginal area, yes. For the genital area, yes. It is safe.
All right, okay. All right, so moving on. All right, so one of our team members wants to know what to do about open pores on the face. Ritika, do you want to know? All right, she's asking if there are any treatments.
Yes, this is the bane of every, whoever has pores or porous skin, what we say. They look in the mirror and say, oh my God, I wish I could strip my skin of these pores. So only people who have this will know this. So I'm sure there are many people out there who want to know what to do for this porey skin. Okay, what do you mean by porey skin? You know, the hair and the oil glands, they are attached to one opening, and that is what we call as a pore, P-O-R-E. So that pore, people who have oily skin, the pore becomes a little bigger with age. Or in summer when the oil glands are flooded with oil and they are pouring out oil onto your face, so the pores become more prominent. And with age, some people, the porey skin becomes really only pores all over. Now, can you block those pores? Can you remove those pores? I wish you all could give me this answer. Answer is no, because if you were to close all the pores, what will happen to the oil which your oil gland is producing? It will be blocked. So the pores are there, but we have to minimize it. Okay, and minimizing also, it is only temporary. Permanently, nothing can be done. Okay, so now how do we minimize it? First of all, people who have porey skin, the good part is that people with porey skin means they have oily skins, they never show their age. So this is the good part. So be happy. Okay. Now, how do we treat the porey skin? Is that do not use creams, any and every cream. You have to read the label, and the cream should say non-comedogenic, because people with porey skin also sometimes get dryness on the face, especially in winters. So you have to use creams which say non-comedogenic. Even sunscreens should say oil-free, won't clog your pores. Because if it says that, then you can use it, because you can imagine already your pores are patulous, what we say, or bigger. So if you have something which is going to clog your pores, it will make it more big. Okay? So first is that. Use salicylic acid face washes, or use face washes, exfoliating face washes maybe once a day or once every 2 days. Number 2. Number 3, use retinol containing creams. Retinol containing creams, you get it over the counter. You can use it and try and use it at night. So retinol containing creams also tighten the pores. And now as you grow older, people with porey skin, the pores become more prominent because the collagen is less. So the skin is slightly sagging. So the pores become bigger. So you have to tighten the collagen. So retinol is an anti-aging, and it's a wonder medicine. So use retinol containing creams. And of course, we also suggest skin tightening, because if the skin is slightly sagging, build more collagen, build more elastin, make the skin firmer. That will also shrink the pores. And of course, we do external treatments, lasers, we call it microneedling RF. We do cool lasers to shrink the pores. And of course, one other thing I'd like to mention, botulinum toxin, Botox. All of you are going to say, Botox, it freezes you, it paralyzes you. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's got more of a bad name than good. So what I use is very dilute Botox, very dilute, and that is injected, sorry to use the word injected, it's on the porey skin, and that shrinks your pores. And your skin glows and it looks wonderful, but again, temporary. Life is temporary, so it's okay.
Ritika, are you happy with the answer? Alright, moving on. This is from Sayali Kotwade. Doctor, I have a lot of milia on my face. I have undergone many dermat treatments and needle extractions and electrodermabrasion, but still they keep coming back on my face. What can be the solution? Makeup also doesn't cover them. Please answer. Also, first, could you tell us what is milia?
Okay, milia is nothing. See, we are not born with this skin. Every day our skin sheds, but we do not shed like snakes. All of you all know snakes molt. I know in these live sessions, I like to give you all a little snippets of information so it makes it more interesting.
But we love it.
Yeah,
People
okay.
love it.
Okay, so It's now I'm going to suppose these are 3 cells. Sorry, donuts. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Now, today this skin, the mother cell is going to produce a baby today here on the 1st. It'll come up on the 30th. Roughly 1 month it takes to come up. And then on the 30th, the cell which was on top sheds. Then this produces a baby on the 2nd. So it comes up on the 31st and so on and so forth. But in snakes, all the mother cells produce babies on the 1st. So all come up on the 30th, and that's how snakes shed the skin or molt. Well, can you imagine if we were to molt? No, it would be disastrous. So ours is very segregated step by step. So now, whenever there is skin shedding and it's not uniformly because of many reasons, we get milia. So milia is like a cyst which is formed. The skin which has shed but it has not been allowed to fall off. So it forms like a little cyst, like a covering. It looks like a white head, but it's not a white head. Or a pus-filled lesion, it's not that. Whenever we open it, and what we see, a white thing, that is like a rice kernel. Sorry, what descriptions. But if anyone is hungry, you can go have your lunch. So why do people get this milia? A, if they go out in the sun and don't use sunscreen. B, if they are using too much of dermabrasion or too much of exfoliation, also can do that. Always remember, less is more. So too much of anything is not good. So too much of sunlight can cause milia, too much of exfoliation can cause milia, and too much of treatments, like you do lasers, you do microdermabrasion, you do RF, everything. So too much of it also can cause the milia. Now the treatment is, if you want to do it at home, first of all, stop whatever you're doing. Once it is removed in the clinic, in the dermatologist clinic, then start using a sunscreen. Stop the excessive treatments if you have been doing it. If not, then you can use an exfoliation like 3 times a week or twice a week, depending on the skin type you have. And of course, I always say take vitamin A. Vitamin A always helps in regularizing the shedding of the skin. Now, either you take vitamin A capsules, which your dermatologist will advise, or let's go to the kitchen and you can eat all your carrots. You can have your orange fruits, that is your papaya, watermelon. Jen, you can help me with this. All the orange fruits and vegetables, papaya, carrots, and watermelon. And here I'd like to no, cucumber. Are you colorblind? Cucumber is white. Here I'd like to tell one example. I know I'm going to make this very interesting. Post mango season, I used to have a gentleman who used to come with orange palms. So I once asked him, I said, have you been eating too many mangoes? He said, yes, doctor. My mango wala is the happiest during the mango season. He used to have at least 10 to 15 mangoes in a day. So I said, wow, imagine. So what did he have? He had an entity called carotenemia. Too much of beta carotenes in his blood. So his palms became orange, and even your eye, your white of your eye can become orange. That's not jaundice. Sorry, that was jaundice just by the way.
Yellow, no?
Yes.
I knew this.
She's not
I'm
colorblind.
not colorblind. Alright, so we're getting a lot of questions from women who have dull skin, grey, premature grey hair and hair fall post-pregnancy. So what would you advise to all our new moms watching this show?
Okay, all the new moms, post-pregnancy, grey hair and?
Dullness of the skin, hair fall.
Okay, now 9 months you harbored that sweet little baby. All your female hormones were at a peak. Your estrogens and your progesterones were at a peak. Every day you should have a hair fall between 30 and up to 100. Now the 9 months you didn't have any. So you are going to get hair fall post-pregnancy. So it's not that you're going to have 30 into 9 months. No, it's not that. But whatever hair didn't fall during your 9 months of pregnancy will fall. That is called postpartum alopecia or postpartum effluvium. And so that, just rest assured. But if it is excessive, then of course take your iron supplements. Make sure you have your calcium supplements and your proteins. Make sure you eat adequate. But of course you cannot eat all the ghee and all the things which they normally give you. But ghee is good, so please have it. And so that is for your hair fall. And dull skin is actually in the 9 months. Lucky, all women generally have glowing skin. Again, I mentioned because of the estrogen and the progesterone. Post delivery, all your estrogen and progesterone have come down. They are not required anymore. So the estrogen gives you that glowing skin, but chill, rest assured, post pregnancy, you can have a good night's sleep. That is if the baby permits. And also make sure your diet includes adequate vitamins, iron, calcium, and you can have a little bit of phytoestrogens. Now phytoestrogens are flax seeds. You can have that. So a little bit of estrogen can be replenished, and what happens is that post delivery, you're so tired, you don't even wash your face and you don't even want to do anything. And make sure you have adequate water. Yes, because when you have adequate water, you need the liquids for your lactation. And I always give an example of a raisin and a grape. Both are the same. A grape has got a lot of water in it, and a raisin is a dehydrated grape. So post delivery, if you're not having enough liquids, remember your body is getting ready for lactation. So you need a lot of extra liquid. So make sure you have enough of diet, enough of adequate nutritious diet and adequate sleep. And of course you're not going to be going out, and I presume you're not going to be watching you're not going to be on your laptops. But if you are, then even use a sunscreen when you're watching your laptop or you're doing work, because laptops emit infrared radiation. So do not forget to use sunscreens even when you're at home.
All right, very important.
Happy feeding.
Happy feeding. All right, moving on. This other question is from Chaitra Shetty. How to avoid getting pigmentation? Okay, doctor, before you start, we're getting a lot of questions on pigmentation as well. So, our most asked question is treatments, what causes them and how to prevent them?
Okay, now I think maybe with Glamrs, I should do one how to do things, how to apply creams. So before I go on pigmentation, how to apply a sunscreen, because pigmentation, causes of pigmentation are multiple. You have, let me just sort of tabulate it. If you always, pigmentation does have an internal cause, except tanning. If you've gone out in the sun, gone for a beach holiday, you have tanned, that doesn't have an internal cause. That's only sunlight and your skin. That's it. Okay? But random like pigmentation, if you tell me I've not gone for a sun holiday or a beach holiday and I've got pigmented, or I've got pigmentation around my neck, around my underarms, or if I've got patchy pigmentation on the face called melasma. So that all these have internal causes. You need to visit your dermatologist, number one. Number two, so find out the cause. Secondly, treatment is sunscreen. The other day I saw someone explaining that, when I asked her, how do you apply a sunscreen? Because she said, doctor, I take the sunscreen on mine. You have told me 1 teaspoon measure of sunscreen. 5 ml is what is required on the face. So 1 teaspoon. Thank God she didn't put it on the spoon and put it on the palm, but she put the sunscreen on her palm and she did this and applied it. Okay. Now I'm sure
most of them.
The viewers, please reply to this question, is it wrong or right? Okay, well, that is wrong. All the sunscreen has gone on the face. Nothing has come, maybe 90% on the face and 10% on the... 10% on the palms and 10% on the face and 90% on the palms. Because I feel so strongly of this, probably I'm just speaking at 100 words per minute. But So take that sunscreen. You can either hold that tube like this. I know you need to put adequate amount, roughly 5 ml is required for the face and the neck. Pea size here, pea size here, pea size here, and 2-3 pea size here on the neck, and then with your fingertip or fingertips, spread it on your face evenly. No need to take a sponge, no, because most of it goes on the sponge. So spread it with your fingertips. That is the proper way to use it. So coming to pigmentation, first find the cause of the pigmentation. If you have not gone on a beach holiday, there is an internal cause. You have patchy pigmentation on the cheeks, on the forehead, that's called melasma or mask of pregnancy. Even if you have not got pregnant, you would probably can get melasma. It is a sign of an abnormal thyroid. Commonest cause. So if you do have pigmentation, find the cause. Sorry, I'm repeating, but very, very important. And once you have discovered the cause, eliminate the cause, the treatment is done. Okay? So then use a sunscreen. Lightening creams, but again a word of caution over here. Hydroquinone creams are banned because they can cause permanent pigmentation. So do not use creams containing hydroquinone. It has to be used only under a dermatologist's supervision. And lightening creams containing arbutin, kojic acid, and of course vitamin C, vitamin E can be applied. Those are antioxidants, they can be applied. And here I'd like to mention, yes, glutathione oral capsules will help. Yes, that can be given to you. Oral antioxidants like vitamin C will be given to you. And of course we have lasers, we have of course chemical peels. You have the glycolic acid, the lactic acid, the malic acid. Malic acid comes from the apples. And Cleopatra used to always, the last dregs of the wine bottle, she used to always apply it. But that is because it contained alpha hydroxy acid. We didn't know this, but now we do know. But all of y'all don't do that because now you all get clear wines. You don't get any dregs of wine. You don't get any substance at the bottom of the bottle.
Right.
So chemical peels are safe again. And we have now Q-switch lasers. Q-switch lasers are done to get rid of the pigmentation. But again, they have to be done not too frequently. They have their own problems and they have to be done under a dermatologist's supervision. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so I just want to remind our audience again that we at Glamrs have launched a new private group called Glamrs Confidential, where the Glamrs team gives you an inside scoop on latest deals, discounts, product reviews, and a lot of other things, even personal things. Like we share what we do on a daily basis or what we like. So it's a very great way to interact with us directly. We'll put the link in the comments below, so do go ahead and check it out. All right, moving on. Let's take a few questions from Instagram. All right.
Okay, a lot of people are asking about how to get rid of acne, especially for dry skin. There's one viewer in particular called Mystical Review. She's getting acne all over her body and she also has fungal infection under her breast. So how can she treat this?
Wow, not by answering the question. I need to see her. But anyway, acne all over the body. See, acne is a blockage of the pilosebaceous follicles, pilosebaceous glands, that is the oil glands. And commonly acne occurs on the face, on the chest, on the back, upper arms. The few lucky ones get it on the thighs, and rarely they can get it on the buttocks. Not rarely, sorry, additional, they can get it in the buttocks also. So I presume you meant all over the body, you meant this. That means yes, it is definitely severe and it needs to be treated. And to be treated like these areas, all these areas, they cannot just be treated by application of creams. Clearly now this tells you there is an internal cause. If you are at puberty, internal cause, yes, it is a change in the hormones. The hormones are becoming settled. They are becoming, they're just settling down. But if it is post 20 years, that means in women, we have to think of a hormonal problem, that is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And nowadays, let me tell you, even men, older men above 20, if they are continuing to get acne, we have to look inside to see whether they have insulin resistance. Medical research is showing that insulin resistance is another common cause of acne. What shall I say, resistant acne, progressive acne in males also. So that means if a man who's 35 and is getting acne, you cannot just treat it by topical external creams. That is if it's mild, yes, but if it is moderate to severe, internally, if you do not treat it, you'll be doing him a compromise. You'll be harming him, because if he has insulin resistance, you're not adequately treating him. So, to answer your question is that if you're getting it all over, we need to investigate. And in your case, oral vitamin A has to be, is given. There is a medicine called isotretinoin, which is a derivative of vitamin A. It's a wonder medicine, but everything which is wonderful also has its pros and the cons. Isotretinoin has to be under a dermatologist's prescription. Do not just go to a chemist and take that just because your friend has taken it. And let me just give you, see, in the US, they are very, very strict. If any girl is to be given isotretinoin, she has to give a consent form. Because if the girl gets accidentally pregnant, she will definitely have malformed or deformed children. And in villages, in tier 2, tier 3 cities, we have girls just going to the chemist and taking that isotretinoin, but not telling the gynecologist that I'm taking isotretinoin. They get pregnant, and there have been instances when the gynecologist ask them that, are you taking any medicine? They do not realize that is not meant to be taken. And it is teratogenic. That means it definitely harms the development of the fetus. So these things, please be careful. Just do not go to the chemist and take the medicine. Do not take the medicine because your friend is taking it. Because if you have acne all over the body, you need to be investigated. You need to be given an oral medicine, and surely you will get better. Of course you will get better.
So the key point you always remember is always to ask or consult a dermat before buying or ordering anything over the counter.
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm sorry I'm saying this on a platform, but today you will not get sleeping tablets without a prescription, which is great, which is very good, but you can get isotretinoin and anti-cancer medicines by the chemist. I'm sorry, but I really feel very, very strongly, and I hope that the viewers out there don't do this.
Right. Always, you need to be careful if it's about you and your body.
Of course. Oh. And I hope you all tell 10 other friends.
Right. It's always spread the word. Alright, moving on. The other question is from Suman Pokela. I have grey eyebrows. What can I do?
You have grey eyebrows. You can, you do get hair dyes for coloring your eyebrows. I presume you meant grey is with age they've gone grey.
I'm sure.
Yeah, so you do get hair dyes, safe hair dyes for eyebrows, number one. Or you can get tattooing done. So you can get tattooing done of your eyebrows. That also can be done. And of course, make sure you have adequate vitamin B12. That you can go to the chemist and buy.
That you can go. Alright, moving on. This is from Ikra Hassan. I have acne on my face that leaves bad scars. What do I do to remove them?
Okay, Ikra, yes. Some acne definitely go away. Again, now these are all new theories. Medical research shows there are some people who have bad acne, and you'll see that their face has got no scars.
Right.
You have to thank your parents. Sorry, this is all. If
Coming
you have
back.
a tendency to scar, like stretch marks, if your mother has had stretch marks while during your pregnancy, then surely the girl will get stretch marks when she gets pregnant. So similarly, this is a new theory that acne scars also, they occur, this is hereditary. So if you have got acne scars, again, don't fret. Nowadays, we are in the 21st century. We do have treatments. So if you get acne, take treatment. Do not wait till you get scars. So take treatment for it. And if you're at home treatments would be for acne and acne scars. You can apply retinol containing creams. The retinol containing creams, you can apply it from the chemist, take it from the chemist and apply it. But when you do come to the clinic, we will be giving you retinoids. That is to be used under medical supervision. That causes collagen buildup. So if this is your acne scars in a cross section, what we do is we build your collagen so that your scar, that khadda comes up. This is not like the road, the Bombay roads where there are so many khaddas and you put cement on top. No, unfortunately no. We have to treat it from below. So what we do is we stimulate your collagen. So the retinoid and the retinol containing cream stimulate your collagen. And of course we do treatments. We have lasers which will again go down, stimulate your collagen to grow. The collagen is not growing, so make it grow. Then we have microneedling RF. Those treatments will stimulate your collagen and then you can get, but of course you will not get the skin what nature has given you, the divine has given you, say about 70 to 80%, which is not so bad.
Right. All right. Okay, so this other one is from Munmun Mondal. Which way is the safest for facial hair removal? Would you like to give any recommendation for treatments and your home remedies if you have any?
Home remedies for laser hair removal?
No, just facial hair removal.
Okay, facial hair removal, then of course we have to talk about lasers.
Okay.
And nowadays the lasers are painless. We do have men coming and the first thing they ask, oh, is it painful or painless? So I said, no, nowadays for y'all it is painless. And we have safe lasers, they are painless, but always again lasers, you have to go to a proper board certified dermatologist because lasers are obviously they are machines which have to be used carefully and multiple sessions are required, 6 to 8 sessions on an average, spaced 4 to 6 weeks apart. And one common question, and of course you will get about 80 to 90% hair reduction. Nowadays it's no longer called laser hair removal. You know, right in the beginning, say some years ago when the laser hair removal machines came up, we used to say yes, your hair goes away, you know, fully. But no, medical research shows that you get about 80 to 90% reduction. What is left behind is very fine hair. Okay? And so as I said, 4 to 6 weeks apart, but if a woman has a hormonal problem, that has to be concomitantly treated because the hormonal problem means male hormones are making a hair resistant and that will not allow the laser to treat completely. So concomitant treatment for the hormones is required. And one common question I'm asked, are lasers safe? Of course they are safe. Secondly, I'm asked that, doc, if I do the laser on my belly, so will it affect my uterus or will it affect my, my ovaries? Absolutely safe. Only thing is, I don't recommend lasers to be done during pregnancy.
Of course.
Yeah, but nothing happens to the uterus or to the internal organs. They are very, very safe. So you can go ahead and do it.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So this is from Alicia Singh. Oh, it's she's a mom. So, hi, is sunscreen important for my baby girl? And how can I take care of my baby girl's skin? Oh, or you can just, yeah, how can she?
Give it a lot of love, TLC, lot of TLC, and that will be 90% of the problem solved. Never ever fire or scold or hit the child, sorry. But sunscreen, yes, below 6 months of age, sunscreens have not been, what shall I say, advised.
Okay.
Okay, and if you do want to use, then make sure you have sunscreens which contain only zinc oxide.
Okay.
Because zinc oxides are also in barrier creams which we use for diaper rashes in infants. So make sure that you are using sunscreens only meant for babies, and they contain only a physical block, that is zinc oxide. So less than 1 month, no. Above 1 month, then you can use physical blocks which contain zinc oxide. And above that, then of course try and use a child below 12 years, try and use sunscreens which are meant for babies.
Right.
Yeah, so then
But sometimes, I mean, I have a niece, like whenever she goes, like my cousin does apply her sunscreen, but when she comes back, she kind of, gets a little rashy, like, she has red patches and everything. What could that be?
see, two things. If the sunscreen contains chemicals,
Right.
so that little baby probably is allergic to that.
My poor niece.
Yeah, so try and change the sunscreen.
Okay.
So Jen, now you know so much.
I know now.
So
Now I will.
try and change the sunscreen to a sunscreen containing a physical block, that is zinc oxide.
Okay.
Or another thing, yes, I'm glad you mentioned this. What happens is that sunscreens generally, by and large, are enough for 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
So if this little niece has been applied sunscreen at 10 o'clock and she's out till 2 o'clock, so
Right,
obviously
of
that
course.
sunscreen is
Right.
not enough. So
Right.
you need to reapply it every 2 to 3 hours.
All right. Thank you so much, Doctor, for answering so many questions today. It was
Thank
a
you.
pleasure having you here. We had so much fun. Thank you so much.
Oh, so time is up. That was quick.
I know we don't really realize it when we're doing the live show. But
Yeah.
are you happy today?
Oh, very, very happy. And in fact, I'm more than open to share knowledge which is different. So if you all have any questions which have not been answered, please send them. Flood the camera, the studio,
Glamorous
or
page,
whatever.
just flood
Yes.
it. Just keep
Just
sending
flood
us
it,
questions.
and we are always there to answer
Absolutely.
them, and we are more than happy to answer them.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys, for sending so many questions today. Keep sending it to us. I'm sure Dr. Bindu will gladly answer them. Also, just to remind you guys, we go live every Thursday. Now the timing has changed. We go live Thursday at 1 p.m. So we'll see you next week. Until then, stay tuned and stay glamorous.